Research and Therapy Center, Establishment Bill 2025 SB 893. Distinguished Senator will recall that the bill was read the first time in this chamber on Thursday, 10th of July 2025. Mr. President, you may wish to invite Senator Katung Sunday Marshall to move the motion for the bill to be read the second time.
Senator Sunday Marshall can move the motion for the bill to be read the second time. The floor is yielded to you.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. Sunday Marshall Katung. I represent the people of Kaduna South Senatorial District, and I'm from Kaduna State. Mr. President, my distinguished colleagues, permit me to lead this debate on a bill for an act to establish the Sickle Cell Disorder Research and Therapy Centers, while also craving your indulgence to highlight the background of the bill towards providing justification for the Senate to pass the bill into law. My distinguished colleagues, the bill seeks to establish the sickle cell centers in each of the 6 geopolitical zones in Nigeria and the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, and also make comprehensive provisions for the due administration of the centers. The structure of the bill. The bill is made up of 27 clauses bordering on the establishment of the sickle cell centers, the board of management, functions of the centers, composition of staff, powers of the board of management, financial provisions of the centers, and general or miscellaneous provisions of the centers. Objectives of the bill. The objectives of the bill are to, 1, provide a legal and institutional framework for the establishment of 6 sickle cell disorder and therapy centers, with 1 in each geopolitical zones in Nigeria, and to provide for the due management and administration of the sickle cell centers. 2, provide facilities for diagnosis, curative, rehabilitative services for sickle cell disorder, as also improve access to specialized sickle cell disorder care, improve data collection and research, support education and assistance for patients, families, providers, and communities affected by sickle cell disorders. Justification for the bill, Mr. President. Mr. President, my distinguished colleagues, sickle cell disorder is the most common inherited disorder in tropical Africa, with over 650 children dying per day, and majority of the children with the most severe form of the disorder dying before the age of 5. Poignantly, Nigeria is regarded as the global epicenter of the sickle cell disorder, contributing about half of the estimated 300,000 newborns with sickle cell disorder annually. My distinguished colleagues, it is worthy of note that these dismal statistics are in sharp contrast to outcomes in high-income countries, where more than 90% of sickle cell disorder patients reach adulthood. Also worthy of note, Mr. President, is that the last few decades have witnessed remarkable scientific progress in the understanding of the complex nature of the disorder, as improved clinical insights have heralded development and establishment of disease-modifying interventions. My highly respected colleagues, despite these global tremendous scientific strides made in the study and treatment of sickle cell disorder, current evidence suggests that Nigeria still records a very high rate of sickle cell disorder complications and mortality rate amongst patients. This is because Nigeria lags behind in the implementation of diagnostic treatment plans that have worked in the developed countries, hence the continued high sickle cell disorder morbidity and mortality rates. Mr. President, my distinguished colleagues, it is my humble submission that establishing the Sickle Cell Disorder Research and Therapy Center, as proposed in this bill, would provide apt care to patients of sickle cell disorder, and by locating one center in each geopolitical zone, increase the reach and spread of such care to Nigerians. In conclusion, accordingly, and in accordance with Order 76, subsection 3 of the Senate Standing Rules as amended, I have attached herewith details of the financial implications of the bill for general information of distinguished senators. With every sense of humility, my distinguished colleagues, I urge you all to unreservedly support this bill for second reading. Thank you very much, Mr. President.
Senator Osita.
Thank you, Mr.